Hello, everyone. My name is Courtney Sanders, and this is freewebadvice.com, where you're going to get some of the most realistic free web advice that you could ever imagine. So, before you get started, take out a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to learn something. As some of you may know, today is Friday, and on Friday, I like to talk about money. Money. So, with that said, today we're going to be covering how to utilize your web presence to create avenues of revenue. Yes, write that down too. Avenues of revenue. My favorite terminology. You want to make sure that your presence, your web presence, is making money for you. Now, for some of you guys, you may not be focused on money. You may be rich, or you may be doing something out of the goodness of your own heart, and money is not important, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're like 99.9% of us, you have created a website to at least be able to support itself. Coming out of pocket every month, every year, every few years to support your website, whether it be the $10 a year for the domain name or the time and effort you're putting into creating your YouTube videos, your tweets, your Facebook post, however you have created your web presence, you don't want to always come out of pocket or expel an enormous amount of time and energy without getting some form of payment back. So that's what creating avenues of web revenue using your web presence is. With that said, you have to know how to do it properly. You don't want to go in there with the thought process of, I am going to take any method of making money online and make millions and billions and trillions of dollars. Stop yourself. Before you get to that point, stop yourself. Let's hit reality. First of all, you need to be able to make sure that your presence is supported by your avenue of revenue, and your avenue of revenue supports your presence. So, quick example. If you are selling vitamins and you are known, your presence is known as health conscious and very healthy, you wouldn't want to go ahead and have an advertiser who is advertising something that could be potentially physically harmful to your audience. You wouldn't want somebody who's selling cigarettes or who's selling alcohol or who's selling fatty foods, because that is not considered healthy. The reason for this is because if you've created a web presence, you have an audience. Your audience wants something specific. They don't want anything that is not what they're looking for. So if you have that strange dual situation where you have the healthy thing that you're trying to promote, and then you have this unhealthy advertisement, it's going to conflict with your web presence. Make sure that you are creating an avenue of revenue that makes sense for your purpose, for your presence. With that said, I want you guys to think outside the box. When it comes down to creating avenues of revenue, people get very stuck in one or two avenues of revenue. Some people don't even incorporate any at all. But a lot of times people think, I could sell products or I could sell advertisements. There's a lot of other ways to make money. There's a lot of other ways that you could be utilizing your presence online to make money. Now, you do have the basics there. Creating an e-commerce site or creating a online store. Yeah, of course, that's an avenue of revenue. Selling advertisements. Yeah, of course, that's an avenue of revenue. But there are other methods of making money online. And so before you explore the primary two, go ahead and write down everything you think that a website could do to make money. Let's start with an example, okay? So say you have a photography business, and in that photography business, you, of course, intend to sell photography packages, prints and all that jazz for that particular person who took the photographs or is in the photographs. Well, if you are a person who has a passion for photography and you are taking landscape pictures, you're using them in your portfolio, why not go ahead and sell the prints of that? An avenue of revenue. Utilize your space on your website to have banners that either someone is giving you money for, or You establish a relationship with a larger company, which has allowed you to have an affiliate relationship where you can go ahead and say, oh, yep, as soon as somebody purchases through that link, I'll have a percentage of funds, or I'll have a set amount of funds using that affiliate link. You could also, and I'm just coming off the top of my head, which is of course what I want you to do. You could also have it where people are purchasing packages for you to teach them how to take proper photographs. You could also have packages where you are teaching people how to, utilize the particular camera that you have, or utilize their digital camera. You could have people paying you to advertise on your videos if you're doing videos to advertise your business. There are multiple ways to make money when it comes down to a web presence. And I don't mean to go on and on and on, because it's something that takes a bit of brain power for you to do. So go ahead and just think about the many different ways that you could be making money online. They're there for you. Not that you're trying to be conniving or anything like that, but think about the fact that you are investing into creating a web presence. This is an investment. Your money, in regards to, or your financial investment, is one thing, but you have a whole different investment when it comes down to your time and the effort that it does take to create a web presence. If you charged yourself what it takes to start your online business or to create your online presence, you probably wouldn't be able to afford yourself. So understand that you need to be paying yourself back by creating avenues of revenue for your website. The challenge today would be to create at least 10. I wasn't going to say 5. But at least 10 avenues of revenue. Some of them you're going to toss out. But I would love for you to create at least 10 avenues of revenue that you could see your web presence making you money. And don't limit yourself to just having a website. Consider the fact that you could be utilizing your YouTube. You could be utilizing your Facebook. You could be utilizing your Twitter. You have many different ways to utilize your web presence. Now, here's the big catch with this, especially with the social networks. Understand that you are within the confines of a terms and conditions agreement. Let me reiterate that. You have to operate within the confines of a terms and conditions agreement. So with that said, don't go crazy spamming things. A little bit can go a long way. So your homework for today, my fabulous freewebadvice.com audience, is to start considering what you think are plausible, highly functioning avenues of revenue for your business. And in another video, we'll discuss how to utilize that list and make sure that your avenue of revenue is a genuine avenue of revenue, because there's a difference between making money and creating an avenue of revenue. So we'll talk about that later, but thank you so much for your time, your patience, and your effort. I appreciate you viewing my video, and I'll be back next time.